tonight, just heading back in. Kind of sort of took the day off, but I'm gonna do a scrap metal run because got probably about 500-600, about a quarter ton at least, maybe a little bit more. But I can't get it all to the back of the truck. It's all big bulky stuff. But what I was doing was filling up the trailer, but I thought I'd have the trailer on the road by now, but it's just like, I don't, you know. And we're June 29th, and I want to squeeze just as much money as I can out of June as I can, right? Oh, that looks dark down that way. A little bit cooler. Looks like a storm's coming. See if I can get a scrap metal running today. I don't know, I might just take the day off and just, you know, it is what it is, but I should do a scrap metal run. I should. Because the scrap yard's not open on the weekends. If it was, man, they would make it a killing. Ah, there's the man. Big bad Dodge. That truck, they keep that, the Cabana, they keep that truck in mint condition. I think it's about the same year as this. Maybe it's a 2008, I'm not sure. That one's a 2500 or a 3500. Big boy, one of the big boys. I'd like to have a 3500, but, you know, dually, diesel. But, like I say, you got to be making the money with the diesels, right? Yeah, we're into the dog days of summer, guys. Busting my ass. I don't know if she has any more metal for me. I figure if I do a little bit of metal today, cleans up the yard, clean up my trailer, and yeah, I might do that. We'll see. I have till 4:30 to kind of get a load to the scrap yard, because after that it's like good luck trying to get them to come out and, you know, weigh you, right? So, is what it is. Is what it is. They close at 5 technically. But you got to give yourself time to get in there, get out of there, and unload and all that stuff. So I think past 4:30, like, oh, no, scale's closed for today. You know what I mean? Is that, like, when it's 5 o'clock, those guys go home. You know what I mean? Like, they might not remember you went back, so you'd be sitting there waiting till morning to get paid. So I don't think they'd be very happy with it. I don't think your guy would be very happy with that. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, my back's really sore today too. That's the other thing. My back's starting to kill me. So it's like I don't have the energy I did. That's the problem with this kind of work, is like you're sore all the time, right? And you know, like, I'm not a young man anymore, so it's like you gotta kind of pace yourself at this stuff. Sometimes you just have to take the day off, even when you're broke. And it's weird, you know, like, it's like I've said, you know, if somebody loses their job today, it takes about 3 years to rebound. If you're out of work for like a month, it takes like 6 months to rebound from that. Right? If you're out of work for like a year, it takes like 3 years to get seems like to get like okay again. Or if you buy a vehicle like I do, and I mean, that's what wiped me out. I was, you know, 3 years of kind of getting ahead, and then I bought the truck, and then you know, like, everything went back to zero, and you're starting over again, right? And you can only do that so many times in your life before you're like, you know, it catches up to you, and you're like, okay, I'm really broke. It seems like even though I'm getting paid okay, it's like I'm behind on everything, sort of. Like, wow. Mind you, with the inflation and all that crazy stuff going on, we won't get into that, but you guys know, I'm sure. Yeah, it's hurting people. It's hurting. once you do get ahead, if you can stay ahead, that's the question, right? So, big loud truck. At least I don't have a lot of debt. You know, like some people have like ridiculous debt. I don't stress about it either way. It's debt. Either you pay it or you don't. You know, it's like my whole philosophy in life is like, kind of like that guy back there. It's like he was passing in a bad spot, and you know, it's like, well, we're playing chicken. Either I win or we both die. You know, it's like that's just kind of the way I kind of treat life now. It's like the asteroid's coming, fuck it. You know what I mean? You know, it's like it is what it is. I just don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe that's not a good way to live, but maybe it does keep the stress level low. But I take that, my favorite quote of all times from Devil's Rejects, I keep my standards low so I'm never disappointed. That is like a good life philosophy. If you were like that, you'd never give a shit about, like, I mean, you can't give a shit about the important stuff, but you'd never give a shit about like the dumb stuff, you know. Like you wouldn't be stressed out. There's some people, they stress out about like everything. And it's like, and I get it, I understand it. Like I understand it, don't get me wrong. I'm not lost on it. But it's just like, my whole goal in life is to make life as easy for myself as possible. And that is a very hard thing to do. You know, like it is very hard to stay ahead of real world problems. You know what I mean? Like just things that throw you off. Now it's getting very dark here, so it might rain here. Hope it does. You know, just go and record. But I do gotta kind of clean my back. What's that? Oh, what is that? Hope that's water on there. Probably. Degree cooler here than what it was back there, so probably a storm coming. I'm gonna watch my speed. Got a Jeep coming. That's a vehicle I just don't get. Like I get it and I don't get it. You know, it's like there's really not much you can do with a Jeep, really. You know, like unless you're a dedicated off-roading guy, you know, like there's no space in them, so you can't load them up. You know, like you got the space of a car. You do have a short wheelbase. Well, look at all the little geese in there. Little goslings. Goslings? Goslings? What do they call baby geese? Gaggles. A gaggle of geese. Goslings. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I never got a Jeep. I never got into Jeeps. Cold in the winter. Especially if you got a Targa top. They look cool. They look like they'd be a lot of fun off-road, obviously. But I'm like, nah, I think I'd still go for a truck. Alright. So we made the mission without dying. Good job, buddy. Spin out on the hill here. There's a bit of a divot there, so it's like when you hit it, it's like you get a bit of a spin. Make it worse. I don't care, I got a truck, I got high ground clearance. It's everybody else that gets stuck. Oh, pass home. That's right, because I passed him on the way out. So, yeah, so maybe I should just go turn the truck around and park back there. That's what I'm gonna do. And we'll see how much energy I have. And if I have lots of energy, if I can't do a pop bottle run today, well, technically I did do a pop bottle run, just only 90 cents worth, which is not very much at 5 cents a pop bottle. But I filled the machine and the guy was on lunch break, so I couldn't do more. But I might be able to do a scrap metal run today. And I probably have, well, it's hard to say. There'll be a couple of 100 pounds of fence there for sure. And everything else. Oh, better watch that little trailer. Better watch the bank. Better watch the building. Watch I just don't hit stuff. Nope, not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. It's a bit of a tight spot back here. Ugh, take the seatbelt off. Alright, so I gotta get as close to this guy without hitting him, so I can make the corner. But I've also got to watch my mirror on the building. Front bumper. Watch my back bumper. They are called bumpers for a reason. But it's right there where you think you got enough room. Then you hit like the bank. Watch the wood pile. Watch my mirror. Lots of room. Watch the wood pile again. Oh, and there's stuff behind me. That's right. There's always that too. I'm to the choke point. Don't know if there's anything. I'll stop when I hear the crunch, I guess. I'll stop out here. Oh, and Lisa parked in the shade, so we'll go home, have my chips. As long as my dad doesn't need his boat right now, everything will be good. All right, maybe I'll do a scrap metal run.